Why aren't you in shape? Ask yourself that. Why did you let yourself get too big? Why did you let yourself be a little too slim? What life experiences caused you to do that? Why can't you see your ankles? Or why can we just see our ribcage now? What's that about? You know what you're supposed to do. Let's be honest. You know you're supposed to eat right. And if you're not eating, you know you're supposed to eat. And I get it. I get it. There's life experiences that happen where like maybe somebody died and then you sought food for comfort, or you just really have things in your mind that if you feel like if you eat, you're gonna get too big, so you don't eat that much. No, let's cut that out right now, because that's what getting into shape is about. It's about feeling confident, looking good, being brave, being disciplined. It's all up here. It's all in the mindset. And I know at the end of the day, everybody has a mindset, especially you. You have a good mindset, a great mindset. You just let yourself go a little bit, but that's gonna change today. I keep saying it. Change happens right now. It's not gonna change next week. It's not gonna change tomorrow. Immediately today, you're going on a diet. You're getting the best shape of your life. Yeah? Mark my words. I know you're gonna get the best shape of your life because it's you. You're special. You know what you're supposed to do. You've had enough of people making fun of you, saying you're too big, or you're too small, you're too skinny, you're a twig. Oh, please don't carry me because you're too big. You've had enough of all the name calling. People calling you a fat effer. You've had enough of that. So you know you've got to change today, and you're gonna change today. You already done your research. You already know what you're meant to eat. You know your diet plan. If you want to gain weight, you know what you're supposed to do. If you want to lose weight, you know what you're supposed to do. It's easy. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. It's easy. It's easy. You just got to be disciplined and stick to the game plan. But it's all up here. It's all in the mindset, my friend. It's all up here. Once you decide to change this is where you're going to see astronomical growth. Astronomical growth. And it's going to happen. That's why you're watching this video. And it's very important that you get into shape, because if you get into shape, you see all your windows open for you, money-wise, relationship-wise, mentally, respectfully. Let's be honest. If you're a big boy or big girl, not many people are going to respect you. And if you're quite slim, are you really going to gain that respect? No. That's just the hard truth. So what are we doing? What are we going to do? We're going to change. Because I know that you have it in you to change. Because you know you have a heart that can beat anybody. You know you've got the fight, you've got the determination. But all you've been doing is you've been letting yourself down. You just had a slip up. You've had a slip up. And yes, I get it. Maybe you had a life challenge. Maybe like somebody died in your family and you sought food for comfort, or something tragic happened. We get that life experiences happen. But how about the people that have also had life experiences that didn't do that? And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to compare, but think about it. There's somebody out in the world that went through what you went through, maybe even worse, that's in shape. Use that as fuel. I know it's easier said than done, and I get it. I'm not trying to be insensitive here, because I know how hard life can be. But you know what? The reason why you're watching this video is because you realize that, you know what? Yes, I've experienced these life experiences, but I do want to change. And that's what you're going to do. And you're not going to change tomorrow, you're changing right now. And the reason why you're going to change is because it's really important for the mind. Once you get into shape, the mindset shifts. You'll see a trajectory in your mindset. You will notice that your mental health will be better. Because listen, at the end of the day, we live in a world of social media. Social media where like I could be scrolling 10 scrolls. I was happy before I went on social media. 10 scrolls in, I'm depressed. I'm comparing myself to people. Why I'm not in shape? Why do I not have the money? Why am I broke? Even though you're not broke, but now you're broke because you see somebody with a Lamborghini and now all of a sudden you're depressed. I'm a failure in life. Or you see someone with a really good body, really good bum, good boobs. Oh no, look at me, A cup. What am I gonna do? I'm done for. Suddenly you're depressed. But that's the importance of getting that is the importance of getting into shape. Because once you get into shape, your mental health will be better. It will exceed far more than the depression that you have right now. Do you know why? Because you're not going to be thinking about all these things. You're going to develop so many skills. You're going to develop the skill of being disciplined. Because once you're trying to get to shape, what do you have to do? You've got to be disciplined. You know you've got to eat right, go to the gym X amount of days in a week. You know, lay off the sodas, lay off the sugars, eat vegetables, stuff that we don't want to do. You know that. So you end up being disciplined. And then guess what? Some people give up, but not you. So what skills do you learn? You learn how to be resilient. Because you realize, you know what, this isn't a quick smash and grab. This is going to take time. So that's the number one thing I think, is that it helps with the mental health, because you learn how to be disciplined, you learn how to be resilient, you learn how to be patient, because you know, like, listen, I know you've got phenomenal genes, and I know that if you put work to it, you're going to get your habits in 3 or 4 months. But sometimes it does take a little bit of time. It might take 6, 7 months. And you know that. So that's what you develop the patience. So you still go to the gym. You're not going to give up because after 2 months, there's no packs there. There's no abs. Where's the muscles? It takes time. And now those are the skills you learn. And then suddenly you're eating right. You're feeling good. Your skin's looking good. Your body's looking good. Who's that? New and improved. The past you's gone. The new you is here. And that's what's going to happen with you. That's what has to happen. There's no negotiables. Has to happen. There's no if, buts, and maybes. No, you've got to get to that shape immediately. Because this is the most important thing in life. Our mental. Our mental is the strongest. It separates the great from the weak, the rich from the poor, the mental. And you will realize once you get into shape, your mental health will improve drastically, because you're just going to start feeling good about yourself. And that leads me on to my second point. You're going to respect yourself, and other people are going to respect you. Because imagine you now, hunky-dory, muscles, big boot, big bum. Because that's what most girls want these days. Big thighs for the guys, big muscles, big shoulders, big arms. Of course, everybody's going to respect you. I remember back in the day when I was younger, they used to always call me a fat kid. Look at this fatty. You know, I would just eat one slice of a burger. Look at this fat kid. Look at him. When's he going to stop? But guess what I did? You know what I did? I did 100 sit-ups every single day from when I was 12 to 11. I had an 8-pack. If I could show you a picture, I'll plug it in there now. I had an 8-pack at 16. And I wasn't Oompa Loompa, I'll be honest. I was quite big. But I took all these words of negativity and I used it as fuel, and I became the best person I could possibly be. And guess what? When I go outside, people will just automatically respect me. Look at this guy. Who does he think he is? This arrogant, cocky twat. That's what they used to call me. And I earned it. I don't care. Because look at me. I've got into the best shape of my life. You can see my chest through my shirt. Look. That's what happened. I went from being called fat to now look at him. Arrogant, cocky. And that's what happens. You go into the gym now, everybody's looking at you. People are coming to you and asking you for advice. How did you get those muscles? Me? You asking me? I couldn't imagine that a few years ago. But do you know what I did? I was determined. I was disciplined. And I exercised. And I ate the right foods. And I got to where I was supposed to get to. And that's what you're going to do. Because you've had enough of the name calling. You've had enough of the comparison. You've had enough of going on TikTok and seeing someone in shape and looking at yourself thinking, bloody hell, what's happened there? Do you know what I mean? You've had enough of that. And then once people start to respect you, automatically you're also going to have self-respect for yourself. Because you're going to be like, I did that. I respect myself. I said I was going to do something and I did it. I didn't lie to myself. Look at me. And there's nothing wrong with being happy and confident about it. Look at me. I'm in shape. I did it. I used to look like this, but now I look like this. Because you have an amazing mindset. Because you do have an amazing mindset. You just had a bad spell. That's about it. So let's get into that shape. And we're not going to let the naysayers get to us. All these people are calling us names, saying this and that. We're not going to let the naysayers get to us. We don't care about the naysayers. We don't care. Who cares? Who cares? All we care about is improving ourselves. All we care about is improving the mental, and all we care about is improving our body, our spirit, our soul. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that right now, today. And that's the importance of getting into shape, because your mental health starts to improve, you start to respect yourself more, and other people start to respect you. You start to become the talk of the town. Get a load of this guy, get a load of this girl. Who does she think she is? That's what we want to hear. We want to hear, who does she think she is? Keep telling me that, music to my ears. Who do you think you are? I know who I am. Keep your mouth shut. That's what we want to do. I don't care. None of this humble stuff. I'm sorry. None of this, oh yeah, like, you worked hard for it. So strut your stuff. You worked hard for it. You're trying to tell me I worked hard for 3 or 4 years. I'm not going to be arrogant. I'm not going to say, look at me. Of course I am. I don't care. Call me arrogant or cocky. And that's what's going to happen with you. Don't be humble about it when you get your goals. When you achieve your dream body. Don't be humble about it. I'm sorry. Because were you humble about it when you were overweight or underweight? No, they weren't. So why are you going to be humble about it? Because you respect yourself, you gain respect for yourself, and other people now respect you because you've got that body that you wanted. Your mental health is now in check. That's the beginning. And that leads me on to my third point. You attract better people. You attract better people into your life. Better relationships. Now, let's be honest there. Let's be real. Do you really want to be with an oversized woman or an oversized man? Or undersized woman or an undersized man? Let's just be real. Let's be honest there. You don't. You don't. So you are what you attract. So if you're in shape, you're most likely going to attract somebody else who's in shape. Somebody else who goes to the gym. Why have you put all that hard work to attract someone larger than life? Does that make any sense? That doesn't make any sense, does it? What's happened over there? There's been an error. What's going on? Why are we doing that? At the end of the day, you've put in the hard work, so you're going to attract better relationship. You're going to attract people who are also disciplined, who are consistent, who are patient, because they've developed the skills of working out and understand what it takes to work out. So you're going to develop a relationship with someone who has the same mindset as you. I'm not saying, of course, oh, now that you're in shape now, it means that I've got a killer mindset, I've got this and that. But you're definitely better than the average person. Most definitely better than the average person. The average person doesn't really go to the gym. So let's be honest, at the end of the day, we want a nice looking boy or a nice looking girl. You do. You just do. But in order to get that, you've got to be nice looking yourself. You've got to be easy on the eye. And one way to be easy on the eye is to get in shape. Get into shape. And you realize all of a sudden, where are all these girls coming from? Where are all these guys coming from at? Like, I mean, girls always have options at the end of the day. But more specifically for guys, where are all these girls coming from? I just can't get enough of it. And that's really important because at the end of the day, both of you can choose a suitable candidate. You have options. You're not just left with the one just by the side of the road. Oh, you know what, I'll just take you in it. I've got nobody, so you know what you would do. Come here. We don't want that. You want to be able to choose, have options, have a suitable candidate. That's what you guys want to do. And that starts from being in shape, because at the end of the day, once you're in shape, are you better than the average person? Yes. So already, average person's hair, your hair. So you attract what you are. So now all of a sudden, average girl with average boy's hair, you're not attracting that unless you're really nice. You know, unless you're nice and you don't care. But if you're not nice and you do care, you're going to attract someone a little bit better than average. A 7 out of 10 at least. You know we're not going to grade here, but you know what I mean. So that's really important. Because then you want to have a partner who has the same wavelength as you, who can understand life the way you see life, you know, and then you can grow together. Because imagine now, like I'm saying, babe, I want to go to the gym. Why are you always going to the gym? And she don't work out, she doesn't understand it. Why are you always going to the gym? What's that about? Come stay home and cuddle with me. You're telling your husband, or your boyfriend, babe, I want to go to the gym. No, mate. Let's sit down and watch a movie together. What's that about? Why are they such a nuisance? Why are they such an enemy of progress? Do you want that? You don't want that. You don't want that. You want someone on the same wavelength as you. And that's the importance of getting into shape. Because then you find someone on the same wavelength, you grow together, you build together, and that can translate to a lot of things: money, children, everything. So that's it. That's a big benefit of being in shape. And number 4, again, it's about a very important thing. Let's be honest, making money. Making money is very important because at the end of the day, the skills you've learned from getting into shape, being disciplined, being patient, being resilient, being consistent, doing your research, where does that translate? Not just in your body, but in everything, in every wake of life. So now when it comes to making money, when it comes to becoming super successful, you're going to translate the skills you learned from being in shape to making money. Look at all the top guys. They have, listen, unless you're like, you've got a phenomenal brain, where you just pick things up quickly and you can just make better businesses and you just do that, which most of us aren't like that, then you need as much advantages as you can get. And one thing is getting into shape. Because the skills you learn from there, you can translate that into starting a business. Understand, okay, when I start this business, this isn't going to be a 2-3 month workout program. This is going to be a 7 month, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year workout program. And you understood that because of you working out. You know you had to be patient. You know you had to be resilient. And guess what? All the money is going to start rolling in because of the skills you've learned for being in shape. And that's just a little bit. Of course, there's other skills you need to pick up. Of course, you need to know what you're doing when it comes to making businesses, social media, all that stuff. You got to do your own research. You got to do all that stuff. But I'm saying that's the starting point. Getting into shape. Getting into shape is a starting point to huge success, if I'm being honest. Because at the end of the day, you delay gratification. You know that it's not going to come now. It's not coming right now. It will come. You keep telling yourself, it will come. Because you know it's going to come. No doubt about it's going to come. But you delay your gratification. You delay the need for it now. You know you're going to have your moment. Your moment's going to come right now. It may not come now, actually. It may not come tomorrow. But you know it's going to come. And it's going to come soon. And that's what you've taken from getting to shape, and you've translated that into making money. But if you're not in shape, you don't understand patience, you don't understand discipline, you don't understand consistency, what are you going to do? You're going to start a business and stop it within 1 week. You're going to start posting on social media and stop it within 1 week or 2 and say, I've tried at least. You're going to study for an exam and fail it because you studied for a few days. Because you're lazy. And we all know you're not lazy. We all know you're a phenomenal person. I keep saying that. We all know you're destined for greatness. But you know what? Forget all this destiny stuff. Scrap it. Let's make destiny now. Let's do things now. Enough talking. Let's just go. You've let yourself go a little bit, but enough's enough. I'm not going to let myself go anymore. Because I know who I am. I'm the best of the best. I'm phenomenal. I'm great. I feel terrific. I feel great. Because we're just warming up. So that's what we're going to do. And then last and certainly not least, and I've said this already, getting in shape builds your confidence. It just does. If you're struggling to speak to people, you struggle to look people in the eye, give them eye contact, getting into shape helps. It allows you to maintain eye contact like what me and you are doing right now. It allows you to go and approach a potential spouse. It allows you to go and make friendships. It allows you to ask people what they do for a living and try and learn from them and emulate them and not get scared and see them in a car in a nice car and think, you know what, I'm too scared to ask. It allows you to do all these things. It builds the confidence because then you have confidence within yourself. Don't you want that? I know you do. You're not that confident, are you? You're not that confident. You know that you can be. You know that things need to change. Why wouldn't you want this? I know you want this, and that's why you're watching the video. So get into shape today. Make the start today. And you're going to see a whole different person. I'm telling you, it's not that hard. Stop the eating if you're overweight, or start eating if you're underweight. Have a diet plan. Go to the gym at the start, maybe 3 times a week, and let's up it to 4 to 5 times a week. Do that for 6 months and see where you're going to be. Just in 6 months. 6 months is all you need. And you're going to see, why was I doing what I was doing all this time in my life? Why was I not fulfilling my potential? Why did I let myself go? And that's changing now. Because in the next 6 months, we're going to see a new and improved you. Mark my words. A new and improved you. You're not going to let life get the best of you anymore. You're going to defeat life. You're not going to let life give you a right uppercut, left hook. You're going to shimmy, duck, right uppercut. That was a right hook, to be fair. You know what I'm trying to say. Go out and defeat this world. Go out and conquer it. Go out and be the man or woman you were always supposed to be. And watch what's going to happen. 6 months is all you need. 6 months. Now, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.